Hello and welcome back to Swathi's Kitchen Diaries. Today I'm bringing the essence of South Indian kitchens to your plate with a soulful of chicken pulao infused with whole spices, fresh herbs and tender chicken that's simple yet incredibly tasty. So I'm using a special variety of aromatic South Indian rice variety called Chitti muthyalu, also called tiny rice pearls. It has delicate aroma and soft texture unlike basmati rice and has a slightly sticky consistency after cooking without dominating the flavors but blending perfectly into the pulao. So let's start by marinating the chicken first. This is half a kilo of chicken that's been washed clean and drained. Let's put it into a clean bowl to marinate. Here is half a cup of curd or 100 grams of curd, 2 teaspoons of red chilli powder, followed by a teaspoon of coriander powder, half a teaspoon of cumin powder, salt as needed, a quarter teaspoon of turmeric powder, a teaspoon of ginger garlic paste, and now combine to mix well. If you plan to prepare with a kilo of chicken, then just double the measurements, guys. Now that we have marinated, let's keep it aside to rest for a minimum of half an hour or overnight for a deep flavor. This is half a kilo of Chitti muthyalu or tiny pearl rice variety. So it is 500 grams of rice that I'm cooking. You could use basmati rice or any rice variety too, but the authentic taste of Chitti muthyalu will be a miss. Let's wash it with some clean water first and rinse it 1 or 2 times and then drain away the water. Now let's pour some fresh clean water to let it soak and let's put it aside until later use. Let me show you the ratio of water that's needed to get a fluffy and soft rice grains. So I've taken 1.5 glass of rice, that is around 500 grams. This is 1 glass of coconut milk with the same glass that I measured rice with. And this is 1.5 glasses of plain water. So we basically use 2.5 glasses of water for cooking the pulao. You could use plain water too, but the coconut milk and chitti muthyalu give a deep irresistible flavor. Now let's start cooking. Into a deep karai, I'm heating up a tablespoon of ghee and adding in 3 tablespoons of any vegetable oil and allow it to heat. Once oil is hot, we add in the whole spices, a bay leaf, 2 sticks of cinnamon, 15 cloves, 1 star anise and 6 cardamoms. Let's toss them in and saute until they turn fragrant. And then add in a large onion, thinly sliced. Followed by 4 green chillies, slit longitudinally, and continue the sauteing for a minute or so, and then add half a teaspoon of ginger garlic paste. Keep sauteing until the raw smell disappears. And the onions are beginning to turn light golden brown in color now. Now at this point, let's toss in a handful of fresh mint leaves and a handful of fresh coriander leaves and saute them all together. And then add 1 large tomato chopped fine and continue sauteing. Now let's cook it closed to make the tomatoes turn soft and mushy. Let's check it now. The tomatoes have turned tender and soft. Let's mash them up gently to extract the flavor. Now let's add the marinated chicken. It's been resting for over 30 minutes by now, guys. And now stir well on high heat for some couple of minutes. This dish is so simple to put together and gets done in a single pot without much elaborate cooking process. It could in fact be a replacement for biryani cravings too. Now let's add in the rice. The rice grains have soaked up beautifully and resemble the rice pearl. Let's mix well to combine so that each rice grain gets a decent coating of the flavors we added in. Let's add water and the coconut milk to the rice. Give a good stir to mix well. You can adjust salt now after checking at this point, guys. I needed to adjust salt. And this is half a teaspoon of garam masala Adding it in and stir to combine everything evenly. Close the lid and let it cook on high heat. Once the moisture is decreased, reduce heat to low and gently overturn the rice to ensure even cooking. That being done, let's put the lid back and cook on low heat until oil moisture is evaporated and the rice is cooked to perfection. Let's take a look. The rice is perfectly done, guys. Switch it off and garnish with fresh coriander leaves and close it again to rest for 5 minutes before we serve. And that's it, folks. South Indian chicken pulao that's so incredibly tasty. Hope you like this recipe and will try it. And do subscribe and give it a like if you loved watching the recipe. Leave your comments and let me know how it turned out for you if you have tried it. Click on the bell icon to get notified. Thanks for watching.